Okie dokie, folks. I've got Hassani here with me again, so he's going to poke me if I do something stupid. You guys won't see it or hear it, of course, but I will. So we're kind of conflicted on how this case is going to work. I'm... I have a really good idea of what's going on, but I can't say for sure. There's a couple variables in place I'm not sure of. I'm positive at least one person is involved, but as to what they did exactly, not sure. I am having doubts, but hopefully we can figure it out through the course of the case or the of court, whatever. And besides, maybe somebody's going to speak up or something. Really don't know. Hey! Damn it, my throat. I think you're right. Maybe it was the cop shots were for a defense against Monokuma. Ah. Ahem. So, is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind, or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here.
Huh?
And Toko is... You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? He's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. Oh, Monokuma. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible.
Phew!
Phew. So now everyone's here, right? Damn it. My throat. The fuck? Blech. I'm sorry, that was probably gross. Whatever. Don't care. Okay then. Hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Or did they? Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Oh hey, I guess I can talk to everybody. You ready? We doing this?
Well then.
I will uncover the villain who performed such heinous acts on a weaker individual. I don't know why the killer did what they did, but
Count on it.
I'm sure it'll work itself out. Justice always prevails. Right, bro?
Shall we go?
Shall we begin?
How very sad.
Miss Fujisaki, I must admit, for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, just the idea of 3D makes me cringe. You make me cringe.
Hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? Oh boy. She's gonna be a problem in court. There's something odd about Toko's behavior. I do not think mere shock is enough to explain it. I guess it wasn't much help at all in this one. I don't know, you gave me another testimony. That's helpful. I give you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you. Okie dokie. Going to court.
It's true.
Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, I continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. Hey! What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very nice.
Good, good. You're rip ready to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
thrills, chills, kills!
Yay! Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly session, blah, 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 blah. A deadly class trial. You've done that before. Well, I guess I could. Actually, no, fuck that. I'm not gonna save. It's fine, we just did the damn thing. Open the handbook. We'd just be going over the stuff again. So we had the Monokuma file, Sakura's account, locker room dumbbell, Mondo's account, card reader, main hall ebooks, broken e-handbook. Or is it? Genocide Jack case file. Always account. Boys locker room carpet. 2 locker room posters. Chihiro's e-handbook. It's missing. Status of the dead body. Disappearing stain. Library desk lamp. Celeste's account. Yeah. 4 accounts this time. We didn't get any skills. Because I'm apparently a bad person. Whatever. Okay, let's do this. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Party hard, Monokuma. First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Make your argument. Locker room dumbbell.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Uh-huh.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
What? Oh no, whoops. For some reason I thought I was confirming that. I don't know why I thought. No, never mind, I'm stupid. Never mind, it's fine.
Chihiro's
Yeah, I was stupid.
fatal injury. It appears it was a...
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt
They sound
instrument
great.
could it have...
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Wrong.
Interesting.
What?
That
God damn it,
certainly
that
would
delay
be
makes me...
powerful.
Poor Chihiro.
No, that annoys me. I hate the delay.
Chihiro's. It appears
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was...
yeah.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt...
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Jeez, I have to
No,
time it.
it's wrong.
I hate the timing. That sucks. You weren't even
Can we
around to help,
agree
were
that
you?
the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime?
Has anybody been paying attention? Was anybody even curious enough to ask?
It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
Well, not necessarily, but
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
well, we had to.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
Yeah, you're probably right, Sonny. I probably shouldn't wait for them to talk
Although,
before I do it
believe
again.
the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
You do, huh?
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to non-stop debates. Oh, for fuck's sake! Why? You gotta start doing this. So I make it so I have to start like shaking the controller and stuff, and like dancing around. I have to go buy a PS camera. Yeah. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. What? Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. What? But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the X button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. What the fuck is this shit? What is this? What is this? However, you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when you take your silencer out. Shit. Okay, so I have to remember to take the silencer on and off and shit. I'm never going to remember all these rules. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. Well, fuck me. I wish I would have just... I should have just done gentle shit. Because... I'm just here for the story, man. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. Fuck me. Okay. Genocide Jack case file.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean...
Oh, I don't have to take it off each time. I just have to
There's
just
just
shoot.
no proof for it.
No, that's wrong. I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
Yeah.
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
Boy, that's convenient, huh?
More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Yeah, his voice seems off. Doesn't sound normal, but I guess it's just because he hasn't spoken that much before. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Wrong! God damn it. You're an idiot. Party hard. There's no any similar thing going on the right side. Oh, okay. I was reading your thing. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
See, I've got boob lust. What?
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Another characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know. If I'm not mistaken, it has something to do with positioning of the body. How the victim was positioned.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
Boob lust.
Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
Party hard.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Oh no. Boob lust.
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Just come out and say it, huh? Okay. Now come on. He's pointing to her right away, man. That's super suspicious.
What?
No, now is not the time to party hard.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Oh.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember?
Bloodophobia.
What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's real for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko, is disassociative, whatever. That's just not just one person, but multiple people, right? Oh, god damn it. What? Wait, what word is this? What? Booblas. Oh shit, what is the word? Fuck. What's the word? Wrong. See, why don't you just pause? Damn, you can just think about it forever then. Ah, I'm the smartest. What is the word I'm thinking of? Sonny, help me out on this one. Dissociative personality disorder. But that's clearly not it here. Okay, so you're just as lost as me. Great. What the hell is this word? What if I use my focus here? Guys, I know you're watching this and thinking I'm stupid right now, but what word am I supposed to think of? See, I remember the big long word, just not the... What's the short word? Dissociative personality disorder. Okay, Hisai's cheating for me for a little bit. I give up. I don't know what the word is. I guess I could just guess, but, I mean, I don't know. So I'm tapping out on this word. I don't know what the fuck what they're asking for here. Well, there's gonna be something real stupid that we should have thought of. Like, Sonny, I'm guessing you guess you're thinking the same thing. You thought of the big word, well, the three words, but whatever the hell this is. What? Are you serious? Okay. Wow. That's dumb. Okay. If that's what they want. How is that the wrong letter? Oh, I have to shoot it multiple times, right? The word of the day, kids, is schizo. What the fuck?
Now I understand.
That's horse shit.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Now, God, this is like the second time I feel this game has been unfair. This is where somehow Pep can go, actually, Honky, see, I know a lot about psychology, and fuck you. It was never once described to us as schizophrenia. Only as dissociative personality disorder. Now, I guess granted that's the same. Is that the same thing? I'm kind of dumb when it comes to that. But the point is, they never use this word. Like, I was expecting, like, maybe they use an anagram of it. Is that anagram? Is that what I'm thinking of? Just call it dissociative personality disorder. Call it DPD. And yeah, that would have made more sense. Yeah, I mean, we would have tried it eventually, and I could have retried. It looks like the only real penalty would be I get no coins, or less coins at the end. Still, that's horse shit. We knew what it was, we just didn't know the word they wanted. So, I'm going to give us a pass on that one. We did fine.
Huh?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah, see, we got that. Although I said disassociative. I said dissociative, but whatever. That's a minor technical point. I knew what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable.
Okay.
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to do with her behavior. Her behavior changed for... Well, she did both, but... I guess?
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
I guess they were talking about after she fainted, but yeah.
That's right. Think back.
That's right, I get a pat on the
fainted when
head.
she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
So it was all weird. I'm fine, yeah. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Yeah. She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
How dare I assume your adjectives? Oh god. No, not here too. Fuck. I'm not safe anywhere from this horse shit.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Party hard. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Are you seeing this? Dude. I'm starting to look more and more right. But we'll see. We shall see. The case is still young.
Huh?
Okay.
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
Which, it's already strange that you two had a conversation anyway, but whatever.
She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised! I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Dude, he's playing her. I'll be surprised if I'm wrong at this point.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Togo's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Well, hello there!
Yeah.
Is it me you were hoping to see?
What the heck?
You're standing right next to her, bruh.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Uh-oh.
What is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality! So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Even Leon's freaked out. He's dead.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body!
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
Party hard, Genocide Jill. This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack? This is horse shit. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
I'm telling you, dude. This isn't it.
Just kidding!
Then
Oh.
it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid!
I love Party Hard Monokuma.
And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Yeah.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
What? Why didn't they use Freaky Sword? That's a good question. Dude, I like Genocide Jill way more than Toko. I'm not gonna lie.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
Wrong.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us?
Let's hear you out.
If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
Isn't that convenient?
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
Okay.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion. Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me too. Things are weird right now, to say the least. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things. Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Okay, I know the one I wanted to hit, I just missed.
Give it up. You killed her.
Whoops.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi. Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah. Not totally right.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
I keep forgetting about focus.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
So I'm starting to question myself. Is Genocide Jill really a thing? If that's a thing, like, not just a suggestion or like a hypnosis sort of thing like I was guessing. If Genocide Jill is innocent, does that mean we have to live with her? Oh god! Oh no! I don't like the prospects of this at all.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
I love Genocide Jill. She's so fun.
I murder with passion and conviction.
Yeah.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
One clear difference between the murders. And if I was in the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and stomach. You'll see a clear... fatal injury?
I got it!
I guess?
For one,
yeah.
The cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way.
Yeah.
According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Really cool looking
but
scissors.
Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Oh my god! I just want to. Okay, I just want to see Monokuma and just Genocide Jill just talk to each other for an hour. I think I would pay like $15 just to see that. They'd have the most fun conversation ever.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
My earpiece keeps falling out. Damn it.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
God damn it! Why does this keep falling out? This is annoying. That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. If I was the other Genocide Jack cases, the other victims were stabbed through their hands. Here you'll see a clear difference. What was used to suspend her?
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
Yeah.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
God damn, why does this keep falling out? This is super mega annoying.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Yeah. It was far more like an actual crucifixion.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else?
Why are murderers funny? That's wrong. What is wrong with me?
Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
Yeah, they were dudes. Yes.
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it? You look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is... I think I figured it out. I know she couldn't have killed Chihiro. Because Chihiro was her lover. Because Chihiro was a girl.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Still, Okay, 2 different voice actors for Toko and Jill. I mean, that was pretty obvious, but I felt like I had heard Jill's before. Blah blah blah. We've read this before. There's no end of it. Blah blah blah.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
Yay!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Yeah, Kerr.
Lowly cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival.
Really? That's an interesting statement.
And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
I mean, she'd have access to at least one pair of scissors, but...
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
They are pretty nice-looking scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Nope. Not sure about that at all. There's at least one in some of the rooms.
Da-da-da-da!
Oh, well, there's the... Okay. She just happens to have them. Well, I guess I was wrong. Where did you get those?
She's fully equipped!
By the way, this is the picture I saw on the back of the case I was telling you about, Hisani. Well, the one just before this where it had her name on the screen.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime!
Oh, boy.
Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you!
Well,
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
well, you could be lying about that. But,
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
it is kind of weird, isn't it?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
It did say suspended. It didn't say how suspended, so... But you look at the pictures like, hey, it's the scissors. No, she could be changing it. She could be lying about everything, but... God, this is weird. I'm taking the side of the serial killer. Yeah, exactly, Hisani. Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. This is where I make my accusation, you guys. It was you. No, I'm just kidding. You!
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Oh. But, I don't know. Let's hear more.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
Wrong.
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
I don't know, when you started hanging out with me, for one thing.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
In the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. Why would we start with the girls' locker room?
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
Yeah.
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then. What's so strange about it?
There's a lot of things strange, really, but...
Go ahead. Share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added to the dance. God damn it! Why? Why? Stop doing this to me! My brain... No, it melts. Stop. Next, we're going to add something called a truth flashback. What? If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the triangle button, you'll memorize that weak spot. What? This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. Okay. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. Oh boy. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have an answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets. Oh my god, I can't remember all this. My memory is so bad. It might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you just have to use your keen wits, won't you? God damn, I'm not smart enough. In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. Well, this I guess I can retry if I'm wrong, so... Monokuma file number 2.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! It's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Which one was I supposed to Oh, okay. I would think that the part that should have highlighted would be was a girl part, but okay. Because it doesn't make sense how he could have known before we'd even found it. Okay, I need to make that contradiction clear.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the...
That's a natural reaction for...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a... So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about...
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Okay, now do I use the bullet at a slightly later time?
You said Byakuya was acting kind of weird, but he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out...
That's a natural reaction...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
No.
So of course I would suggest we check
Wait,
the girl.
what?
There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Am I supposed to use it on the first thing?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Is it? No. Okay, I see how it works now. I get it. I get it. I think something weird's going on. Okay. Okay, fine. I see how this works.
So, you said Byakuya was
I gotta
acting
skip
kinda
through it
weird,
again.
but he
God
was
damn it.
acting-
This is getting old.
Presented with the opportunity. That's unnatural.
The victim was Chihiro, so of course
Shit,
I would
did
suggest we
God
check
damn it, I
the
did it
girls.
wrong
There's no
again.
time. What's so
I
strange?
fucking hate the setup. I'm dumb.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kinda weird, but he was acting-
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's unnatural.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl, so of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for
Wait, did I even
pointless
memorize the right thing?
distractions. What's so strange about that?
This is
You taking me with
okay.
you?
I'll do as you said because I'm clearly wrong on this one.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kinda weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room, that's a natural reaction for...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
No, that's wrong.
Well, I've really fucked up that section. I really hate some of these concepts. I'm too
I'll
stupid
tell
for
you
them.
what's so strange about that.
Like I know what I wanted to get across, but it's like.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was.
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense in that order. I'm stupid.
So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
I guess I would be why they give you so much time. I figured they were just giving that much time for like first-time retards like me, but.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Yeah. The difference is between this case and other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? Let's do the memorization thing again. Library desk lamp, okay.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
Wait.
somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Okay. The proof that this is within the rope. This is possible at first. Every time was used like a rope, but was actually a rope. No, it wasn't. Byakuya didn't use a rope. He used a very specific object. Okay.
What? The difference between... You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very... And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope.
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
God damn it, that fucking thing got in the way.
away somewhere.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special... And I use those same...
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right!
Then there must be some...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time? went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
Well, it's not necessarily true that he had to take it, but...
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Yeah. The pieces are coming together, but... That's a really stupid move to use the extension cord. Would he really do that?
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
Dude, you kind of want to make sure. If you get it wrong, you're all dead. Except for the person who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said is the truth? Wait, where do I see the transcript? I killed her in the girls' locker room in disguise my crime. Specifically, I just need to make... Okay. No, no, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Okay, dude. Come on. Either you're just playing dumb or you are dumb.
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
Oh!
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that was switched between the boys and girls' lockers. Well, there was a number of things that were switched, actually. But... I'll go with the posters first.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else
too.
is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel.
Big boob.
But don't you think that's kind of strange?
Boob lust.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
Oh my god, all of them are Liz.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker room.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. Where are you? Whoops.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
And here's where it starts to all add up.
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Oh, you didn't know?
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Let's see. Let's hear it.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten to the boys' locker room somehow? Broken E handbook.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Okay. Theoretically, if Chihiro was able to use Leon's handbook, she could get into the boys' locker room. But when we found Leon's handbook in the main hall, there's no doubt that it was. In which case, can we really say that she used it?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten in?
Ah! I've got. She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem.
No, I don't think that's... She used the thing that was in the main...
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong! No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Not quite, as we learned.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Party hard!
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
Wrong.
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room, and Byakuya was the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait, can we just take a break from this? Okay. Alright.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
You can stop partying now.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
Ooh, my murder boner.
Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Neat. I love recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off, with Kyoko in the lead. Where she took us was... Hey, Chihiro, hanging out? Ah.
The girls' locker room?
I'm sorry, Hisani. That's terrible.
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
See, this is what I thought I was going to be doing earlier, but it wasn't it at all. You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
You're... What?
Very well. I'll do it.
You're a man, Sakura. Not that way. You're just... You've got bigger balls than... No, wait, I don't mean it that way. Fine. You're super cool, Sakura.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
The boys are being pussies.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Jill, calm down.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
I almost hope we get to live with her from now on. Oh, Jesus. Oh, hang on with a serial killer.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
Oh no, don't power up! This is not the time for that.
What is it? Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
a boy!
It's a boy! Yay!
I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Or it could be trans, but you know, it's complex. I'm sure. Jill is super into all the gay stuff, isn't she?
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
I had a suspicion early on.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Yay!
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Calm down, Jill.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
No wonder I didn't need the gym bag. That's what I was looking for in the lockers earlier.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Uh-oh.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Stop partying.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy, I thought I'd never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Mm-hmm.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Yep.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is a most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Now, where does it go from here?
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
Maybe he's just a weirdo, but...
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
He has to be careful. I mean, let's say it's true. He has to be very careful about assuming that this doesn't count as being an accomplice. But again, I think maybe the accomplice rule only counts for if the Blacken gets away with it, then the accomplice gets left behind.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
That is the weird part about this. He wouldn't be that stupid, would he?
At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Why did you come across the corpse in the girls' locker room? Why were you in there? Why were you in there?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Why were you in there in the first place? If you had nothing to do with it except alter the scene, why were you in there?
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
Came across the body. So it's not like... You booked it. I mean, it's possible he wanted to just test the theory, but I mean, at that time? Especially at that time of night? I mean, I guess it would make more sense to do it in the middle of the night so nobody would see you trying to do it, but... Why? Especially that night of all nights.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
It doesn't sit well with me.
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
Yeah, because if it's really not you, then who? I don't have evidence for anybody else except for some throwaway lines here or there. Well, I guess they wouldn't be throwaway lines if they're important, but...
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
I mean, we have to make sure.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
Correct.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
You just changed your...
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Ha! I do. I stopped myself mid-sentence because I knew someone was going to jump in.
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Do I stick to my guns? I'm sticking to my guns. He did it. Unless some new fact comes up that we didn't consider before. It either had to be him, it had to be Jill, or we need some sort of other thing that somebody's going to bring up. But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means... Fuck, I don't know. Well, the killer is a... It doesn't necessarily have to be a... Doesn't necessarily have to be a guy, but okay.
I got it!
Somebody that knows how the ebook reset works, if that's what it is. But since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since the guy's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have to have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Yeah, because there's nothing at this point, is there? Except for one throwaway line from Hifumi earlier, and a couple lines from Mondo. Like, that's it, I think. Like, Taka didn't say anything, did he? Or Hiro? Did Hiro say anything? I'm wrong then. I've got to be wrong.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer! And only the killer! And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man!
Really?
Game over!
Yay! No! Not
Really?
game over!
Really? Is that where we're going with this? Is that where we're going with this? She has more information about that.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are what? Did nobody get a look at?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said.
Perhaps someone saw the victim
She did
at
say
some
that nobody
point.
else
Even
knows
that
about it
might
except
be
for
enough
me.
for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Oh, wrong one. Yeah, that wasn't the one I meant to do.
Isn't there a single
Jumped the gun on
clue
that one,
might
literally.
lead us to- well,
Did nobody get?
I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim.
Yeah. All we need...
It's over. You want to know who saw the killer? And only the
No, that's wrong.
Is that where we're going with this?
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
You might be right, Hisani.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Ooh, what a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that... We don't have.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it
Oh,
out.
for fuck's sake.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. What? Celeste's account, okay.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
What he said just now is really odd. Huh? How do you know something like that? Wait, I
First
clearly
of all,
missed something.
we know where
Chihiro was. He was on his way.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose this?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Oh,
My
yeah.
tracksuit is black.
Oh.
I don't even have
There
a
it
tracksuit.
was.
'Cause exercising sucks.
There it
I
was.
have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you...
Did any of that
Okay, so I
really
need to
help us
go
get any
back
closer?
and
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right?
yeah. I get it now. I get it. Yeah. But which one am I supposed to memorize? Am I supposed to memorize the part about the black or the part about the blue? I'm gonna try memorizing the blue first.
First of all,
We know where he was on his way. So next we...
why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he...
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Whoop.
I
Shit!
don't even have a tracksuit.
God
'Cause
damn it!
exercising-
I have a white track. I got it from the
Did any of that really help us get any...
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing. I just fucked
First
up.
of all, we know where
Chihiro, he was on his way. So next we... Why did he choose...
What do you mean, the...
I got it! It matched the one...
So, what? The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Okay, I did it in the wrong order. Hang on. I guess I have to
First of
memorize
all,
that
we
one.
know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
So next we
I
have
really
to...
think
Why
I
did
really
he
feel like
choose
that's the
the
one I should have
specific
memorized, but
tracksuit that he
whatever.
did?
What do you mean, the...
I got it! It matched the one the culprit...
So, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit? My tracksuit is black.
I don't... 'Cause exercising...
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must...
Did any of that really help us get any...
No way. Not a chance.
First of all, we know where
He was on his way, so next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched the one the cope.
So, what you're saying is the killer was
Wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
What? Okay, what am I doing wrong?
Shoot!
Am I just supposed to just click it? Maybe I don't have to memorize anything. I'm gonna fuck up this debate if... okay. Maybe I don't have to memorize anything for that one.
Was headed. He was
I thought for sure you'd have to memorize.
Exercise.
So next week, why
All I
did
can do
he
is just try
choose?
clicking it normally.
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is the killer was
Wearing the same blue tracksuit as...
Okay, that's just all...
No,
okay.
it's wrong.
I thought for sure I'd have to memorize it.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Why do you feel stupid? You got it. I mean, you got a clue wrong or something like that, but you got it. I was wrong.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit
Although,
was?
I will say this case is bullshit because it does not resolve itself into the last few minutes. This case is bullshit.
Because I just...
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died.
Cherry.
That's the only possibility.
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
Yeah, Byakuya is a piece of shit. Fuck him. He's totally fucked with it. Like, he better die at some point. Fuck him. He's garbage.
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony...
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
And that's all it came down to. That's horseshit. But you know what? It's kind of funny because we were talking about Columbo the other day, and that's how sometimes the cases go down. You think you've got enough pieces for something, which I didn't in this case, but Byakuya was a piece of shit and fucking with the crime scene, so that's not helping. But then sometimes there's just one slip of the tongue that Columbo tries to trick the perp into. And there's one I remember in particular was who was it? Was it Dick Van Dyke? I can't remember. He was a photographer. Anyway, Columbo did not have enough evidence to get the guy, so he had to but there was a picture taken of the person he killed, and Columbo showed how to incorrectly get a piece of film or something like that out of the camera, and without thinking, since the character Dick was playing was a photographer, he got pissed off, like, no, that's not how you do it, and he went right to the camera that he took the picture with and showed him how to do that. And he's like, guys, did you just see what he did there? And he was like, oh shit, you caught me. Something like that. I told that a little wrong, but yeah.
That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he was acting? The way he talked? I'm not sure which. The way he talked?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
You know, I did notice that. I thought maybe he was just being weird. I actually did notice that. It kind of bugged me. But still, what happened then? I actually did notice that one point. He said that dude is something. I think it was when we were at the murder scene.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
She's a witch! Mary Burner! But yeah, I actually noticed that. I didn't think too much of it though. It's funny, it's just like Columbo, it's the smallest clue. Something seemingly insignificant.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
My time has nearly come.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Damn it, man. Where was all the gusto you had just a moment ago? Oh, right.
Jeez, did your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
Might as well blurt it out.
If you really insist, then... here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to... it's mine.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
Wrong. Monokuma swears up and down that these things can't be broken.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
Monokuma, step in.
You're right.
Aha!
They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
I mean, unless he did like, what's that machine where you put a pin in between weights, and the lower you put it down the thing, the more weights you'll pull up, and you know the more resistance there is. Maybe if he did a thing where he pulled all of them up, put it on the very bottom, and then let it down, just kept hitting it repeatedly.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall.
But why is Leon's there broken? Monokuma swears it wasn't the baseballs.
For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
That is.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
He did mention a weak point. Does Mondo know the weak point? Did Chihiro tell him the weak point?
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
I don't know. How'd the handbook break? There's only one possible explanation. By hitting its weak point.
I got it!
But what's
you
the
already
weak point?
told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that?
Party hard.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
That's true.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then...
Someone knows the weak point.
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
Keep partying.
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
No promises.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is...
Maybe I should do a drum roll. Nah, fuck it.
When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Why? I mean, the sauna.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, 'cause I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
Neat, that's how it works. Oh, I didn't know.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
So we have a couple. Well, no, because Taka took his clothes off. Mondo kept his shit on.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
He would know. Who would know how that it could break that way? Mondo's must have been broken too. So where's Leon's then? He's using Leon's handbook then. If we check his handbook, it's gonna be Leon's. That's it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
Funny how that's gonna sink you.
What if they found out by accident?
They did find out by accident.
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why.
Mondo, show us your notebook. Now.
And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I do.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to be the one who wore all their clothes into the sauna. Did you really have to spell it out for me like that? I already figured that out. I remember the picture.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
What a slip-up.
And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. The broken e-handbook. Oh, wait, how do I load the bullets again?
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
Wait, time out. I forgot how to do this. Okay.
What he says is correct. Then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Shit.
See? Look!
I missed.
Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Yeah. Let's check out this handbook broke during this.
Let's test Makoto's. If what he said, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is then that proves that what Makoto...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, that's wrong.
Show us your handbook.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
This is probably the thing I was stuck on the most about this whole thing. Why would Leon's book be broke? It doesn't make sense.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, The broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
No, you can borrow it.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting.
Party on, Murder Bear.
As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning?
Just show us the damn ebook.
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Oh boy. Okay, double back. Like, oh hi, I'm Celeste. Oh, I'm just gonna go work out. I saw the thing. Let's see. Let's get a good look first. Okay. Close it up. Bye. Okay. I'm kind of I'm gonna come back to that because I'm like, does it want me to show the card again? Does it want to show do that? Does it want to show the door? I have to assume that this is the next one. Does it want the door or does it want that? I'm not sure. I'm assuming this, but let's think on it for a second. Let's see. I'm gonna put my bag in here. I get. No, wait, no, that's. Okay, I see now. I see now. I think. Wait a minute. I guess? What exactly do they want there? Yes. Roll up the carpet. Yeah, I don't know why I would want the girl's door there. That was stupid. I wasn't paying attention. Did I figure out that one before? I guess that one? is that even? I guess? Let's see, to the girls' room, card up, in. That's not even the right door. It's supposed to be like a handle like that, not like a doorknob. Well, let's come back in a moment. Okay, well, I did the thing. It's Byakuya because he's fucking stupid. Why even do this? And why were you there? Why? Why were you there? Let's see. Okay, what did you do first? Okay, that's when he wrote it. I guess that. There's nothing for putting down the rug, I don't think, so whatever, I guess. Okay, that's got to be the. Wait. Is that the sauna? That's not the sauna. Is it? Yeah, I guess it. Oh, it's right outside the sauna, I guess. So this is a little unclear. Is that everything? Okay, did I do this right? Let's take a look. I've got plenty of time. Okay. Pack up the duffel bag. Alright. Using the card on the door. Going into the boys' room. Yo, let's see. Started working out, I guess? What all haven't I used? I haven't used that one. What is that there? That's not the... Well, that is the crest. Is that the thing hitting the ground, I guess? And it lit up? I'm not sure. He wasn't actually working out, was he? Yeah, okay. It's just, the color threw me off. And blood on the thing, Okay, taking out the poster, picking them up. In girls' room. Here we go, putting up the poster. Well, that seems like a weird order to do things, but whatever. Okay, dead Chihiro. Byakuya, He's got the extension cord because... Why? Why do that? That's so stupid. He could have easily been pegged as the wrong person. Okay, get some of the blood. Right on the wall. Yeah, that last one can't fit because it's just the wrong color. So we just say there's the thing in the sauna. Going in, and we close the door. That look right? . I assume that's supposed to be right. All we have left is the dumbbell. Yeah, okay. We'll just go with this.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse.
So you were going
correct?
past 2 hours, yeah.
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
What's that?
Something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the
There's
killer
still the
hurried
why.
to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Because he's a stupid shitlord.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Okay, good, that one
And
was...
around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
No, I didn't have my reasoning right. I had to rearrange the events of the case. Oh, god damn it. Really? I guess? What else could it possibly be? Oh, I should look closely at that picture. That doesn't have a door handle either, does it? Whatever.
Here's exactly what happened. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade.
Well, I guess that's not supposed to be a picture of it hitting the ground. It's just, it's boiling, so now it's changing the colors, I guess.
The killer,
whatever.
having already despaired, they
Okay.
And just as the killer expected,
It wasn't really that
the
clear.
steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that Mondo is the killer. It already revealed itself early in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? God damn it! Just show us your goddamn handbook! Let's talk a little bit about fever time and nega time. Oh, I'm never going to remember all this course shit. During a bullet time battle, if you press the R1 button, fever time will activate, and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. Oh, okay. So you can push X square, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. This only lasts until your focus gauge runs out. To make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special time, right? So we've also prepared something called nega time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates nega time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you want to activate a fever time at this point... No, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, your opponent won't use nega time. Well then, good luck and have fun. I don't remember the controls! Okay, square is reload. That's interesting, you have to go against his friend. Lock on, reload, fire. Okay.
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False!
What?
Show me some evidence!
What the hell am I supposed to do at this point? I had no problem doing that.
I won't listen! False!
What the hell am I supposed to... Oh, the timing is still there.
You're corrupt!
God damn it!
I refuse to vote! I refute you! False! You're corrupt! Show me some evidence!
Come on, that's horseshit! Wow, that lasted forever. I hate these mini games. Why would I get votes? I'm not even the least bit...
Is this...
Dude,
I refuse
this
to give
is
up.
dumb. But I did use it. I pressed it. I pressed it. I swear to God, I pressed it. Hold it.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence.
That just increased the tempo. That doesn't get rid of that.
I won't listen. False. You're corrupt.
I just have to guess.
I refuse to vote. I refute you. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
Yeah, all it did was increase the tempo. I had to guess, just kind of go with the beat from there on
So
out.
far is right.
But I didn't have fever time apparently. All I could do is up the tempo? Fuck, I don't know. What a dumb mini... Oh, I hate mini games!
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Horse shit. Still got an A overall, but that's horse shit. Yeah, I know that about fever time, but it didn't matter.
Bro, what are you saying?
Like, all I can say is you'll have to just like try the PSP version of that. I wonder if it's the same, and just try that bit for yourself. It's infuriating.
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
He's jerking off thinking about it. Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Owada!
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're training very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
What?
I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? 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 Why'd you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually,
The story of the murder this time is a sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the circle button to fast forward the text. Uh-oh, do I know? Is this where I think it's going? Yeah, I think that's what it did, man, was just kind of even it out. Like, I did my best to try and keep up with the tempo I was going at. So next time that happens, I think I just need to wait till he slows down the tempo and then use my fever time or whatever, so I can get back to the normal tempo that I was used to, I think. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness. To take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Okay, so not trans, just an actual boy. Now nobody will be able to say anything about, even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Jeez. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept that fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But...
But I also don't want to leave things the way they are. So maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the thread of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, I'm taking a softer voice this time because I could kind of imagine Monokuma actually going a bit softer for, an exposition like this. That day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask someone for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secrets first, and then ask him to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was! The biker gang fellow had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep that secret.
uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to be. Or aspired to, whatever. maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. It still has Chihiro's name up there, but this is clearly Monokuma speaking. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did. To keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Eh? Oh, I see. So that nobody would ever find out. That's a weird way to keep a promise. Couldn't you just, like, help them work out, talk to them, say, yo, bro, it's okay. Just roll with it. I'll beat up anybody that gives you shit. Anyway. Wasn't it to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret?
Because
if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro? Who he'd also killed? Who's going to find out the secret, though? Because soon after that, if he gets away with it, everybody's dead. You didn't do a very good job of this. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you... That's a good question. Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. That's a dumb reason. That is a dumb reason. Sir, you are dumb. You killed a boy without giving him a chance to face up to his problems. That's like the worst thing you could have done. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong!
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? An embarrassing memory, a secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. What a revelation! Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, he had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. Ew. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. Excuse me. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Could someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I
I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. On the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... So you didn't even kill him directly. People can understand accidents. Boy, Mondo, you done fucked up. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's a team. You and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Diane was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm
strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why. That's why Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness. It just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before.
I
didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say. But after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety, way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
I mean, you kept the secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I wanted to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So, what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret.
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, trying to overcome it. Isn't that funny how that worked out in the end? Found the strength after all to move on. That's sad. It was the kind of strength I'd never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I feel like I can hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What do you want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why'd you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey!
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was almost so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Oh, Murder Bear! Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. You bastard! Shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, say that again. I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now. Because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blacken that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Iwata, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Game over. Mondo has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Are Murder Bear and Mondo gonna ride together? Awesome. The Cage of Death. That sounds fun. You partied too hard. What? Oh boy! It said 2 times the fat on there. Okay. You got transmogrified in the butter? Okay. Neat. What a weird execution. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder. And another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. As Taga's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Byakuya,
What is this?
you're completely insane. You know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except that
however,
I just don't understand why. Why'd you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. No! It made things more dumb. You're dumb. I hate you. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library, as usual.
Honestly.
So he ignored the nighttime rule, too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please, continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So, you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. If that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping. I thought it would liven things up. Did all that to liven things up?
I see.
After hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene?
But
damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you'd have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth right before it reached that point. No, you didn't, because I saw the game over for that part. You lie. You lie. You're a liar. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
If I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma. How did he get... I guess he went and fetched one of the e-books, but... Really?
What's
Something I'd like
this?
to ask Monokuma. Sorry. Oh, I'm up next.
You
like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? Well, you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? Mean? Mean?
What the heck?
Mean. Good grief! I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh, how How exciting!
The noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Tagami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up!
Ooh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Dipper, dipper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Jeez. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell, and more of... wait, it felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying...
Oh, hello.
This is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
So you're supposed to be the 16th, huh?
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie.
Oh, well, maybe.
Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied! Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Hmm. Ten little Indians remain. Hey, I got Mondo's coat. Yes, fuck's sake, yes. Oh my god, my ass is asleep. Oh no. Oh. Oh, let's do this little scene real quick. Yeah.
I know I shouldn't cry,
Hey there, girl.
but I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon? It's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
Don't you do it. Donuts. I need to eat some donuts. That'll cheer me up. Glazed donuts, twisty donuts, jelly donuts, cream-filled, donut holes, malasadas? Okay.
Okay.
Oh god, donuts. I'm praying for a wonderful encounter. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for breaking the nighttime rule. But right now, for me, donuts are absolutely necessary.
Huh?
What's that sound? I think it's coming from the bathhouse.
But...
I'm super scared, but... Is someone there? What in the hell? The next generation legend. Stand tall, galactic hero. What the hell? The morning after the conclusion of the second class trial. Everyone went up in the dining hall, just like always. And I expected it to start like any other day. That's what I expected, but... Today's count kind of sucks, huh? Toko and Byakuya still refuse to show up. I haven't seen Miss Asahina anywhere. She said her stomach was hurting, so she's taking it easy in her room for today.
Oh.
This is rather unusual for her. Normally she is so full of energy. Which is exactly what makes me worry.
So then...
So it's just the 7 of us, huh? Or then, it looks that way.
How about that?
It's times like this when the committee chairman needs to get things going with a bang.
Impossible.
Or not. Taka hasn't said a word since everything that happened yesterday. One look at his face showed he hasn't slept a wink last night. It must be because of Mondo. The two of them became so close, and then he finds out Mondo killed Chihiro. And then having to watch Mondo get punished, and nothing he could do about it. I can't even imagine what it must have done to him.
Well...
So, I mean, what's going to happen now? We haven't found any way out, and we have no idea if help's ever going to come.
It's like...
Now I'm all depressed just thinking about it. We simply have to make the best of things, do our best to get along, and live here together in peace. Forget about the outside world, and accept this new life. That's the only hope we have now. What? To live here forever?
Well...
Here we have every convenience. We have food, clothes, our every need is seen to. Why are you dissatisfied? In fact, let me ask you this. What is it about the outside world that you long for?
Is that okay?
Competition, discrimination, victimization, and violence. As society grows, so does its perversion. In which case, is our current situation not... Demon Angel! Pretty pudgy princess!
Huh?
Eh?
Here we go!
Maggie, the girl shop owner, the bunny-eared Amazon, cat girl dog boy, Robo Justice the Galactic King. And... What I mean is, there's no 2D here!
There is nothing to be done.
The mastermind puts such base desire to their advantage, bending you to their will.
You know?
Okay, well, anyway, since Taka's like catatonic, as the oldest one here, I'm officially stepping up to take the lead. So, we're all going to work together and spend the rest of the day searching the school. Searching?
I'm right?
Well, I mean, since the class trial is over and all.
Perhaps.
There should be new places for us to investigate.
Yeah,
that's the ticket. Maybe we'll find some kind of clue this time.
Well then.
Then once we're done eating, let's split up and begin looking around. Do you have any problem with that, Celeste? There may well be a discovery waiting for us which may further enrich our life here. No. You're pointing to look for clues. This we were starting to come together. She barged in and ruined the conversation.
You called for me, and so I appeared!
Hey! Genocide! What? Dad, nobody called for you! What the? How come it's Genocide Jill and not Toko?
Yes!
God, this place is just amazing! Finally, a place I can just be my murderous self! Which is why I've decided to stop holding back and spread my wings. Never hiding in a cave for me. Plus, I have another battle to fight. The whole killer with a split personality thing is so overdone. I gotta destroy that stereotype.
You SOB!
I'll fight all day and all night to murder those totally slanderous cliches. But you are a killer with a split personality. If you weren't here, my chances of survival would go up at least 10%. Come on, you gotta back me up here. Even the biggest stars need the little people to hold them up. Jesus. Well, whatever else we do today, first we should eat. We can't do anything on an empty stomach. You're right. Let's hurry up and eat so we can start our investigation. Jesus. So we were forced to eat breakfast with a murderer, and after our much-needed but a very annoying meal, we set to work looking around the school. Check on Aoi real quick, and then call it quits, finally. Finally! Let's see, Myra, Sayaka, Toko. You don't happen to be in here, are you? Toko's your mom. Chihiro dead. Okay. Well, that's a wrap. Finally. Holy shit. Okay. Did you guys have fun? I had fun? I had fun. Oh, my ass. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you made it through all 3 hours of this horse shit. That was a long trial, dude. How long is the last trial gonna be? Holy shit. Anyway, see you guys next time. Later.